Hi everybody, I'm Hannah. Welcome back to my channel. This video I decided to do a brow tutorial, and I'm sure there's like 87,000 brow tutorials on YouTube because I'm pretty sure I've watched them all, but I decided to do a more affordable brow tutorial, or at least one using affordable products, because I do know that everybody is like hardcore into the Anastasia and I'm sure the Benefit products that they just released, but I decided in this video to use some from the drugstore. So I'm going to be using the Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner, and this one is in the color brown, and I will be setting it with an affordable shadow from BH Cosmetics. I will just be using this black one here. The only non-affordable product I will be using is this pencil. It is the Anastasia No. 12 pencil. It's super thin and it's really stiff, so I find it really easy to get a precise application when I am doing my brows. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. And the first thing I do is I underline the bottom half of the bottom part of my brows. And then what I do next is I kind of have a little gap right here where I don't have hair, so I like to fill that in so it connects smoothly with the outer portion of my brow. And then I start from this little top part where I'm missing all the hair, and I connect it down to the rest of the tail. Just like that. And then I fill that in. And I try to put the most product, obviously, where I don't have any hair. So I like to start in the areas that are a little bit more sparse or really don't have any hair at all. And then I slowly work my way back into my actual brow. That way it all has like a uniform color, and I don't have areas of my brow that are darker than others. And then here I'm going to draw a line from my natural brow up to the top. A more of a straighter brow in the front as opposed to a more rounded brow. And then I start to build the arch of my brow because, as you can tell, it's kind of flat right here. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to kind of build it up a little. And this is totally dependent upon your preference and upon your face shape. Really lightly, with little teeny tiny, really light hand strokes, fill in the front part of my brow. And at the very front, like where the hairs are sticking straight up, I do not put any product on directly from the brush. I like to use the spoolie. And then, like I said, I use the spoolie to comb through the front and distribute the product. And like I said, don't worry about any little mistakes or mess ups you feel like you have. That is what the concealer is for. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other brow. And then again, take the spoolie and blend and redistribute that product. In order to blend this line here on the bottom, I like to take my brush and press it directly against that line and flick it upwards. So I'm going to take my Glamoflauge concealer. This is in the color medium light. Doing this because otherwise you're just messing up a mess. So I like to dab it on first, that way I don't have too much product on the brush. And then I like to go in and sculpt. So with very light pressure, just underlining my brow. I do have black hair, and I'm going to take a black shadow, but I'm only going to use it on like the outer portion of my brow, this tail. Smidge. I do like to line the under part of my brow right here with the black shadow. And then repeat. We have wonderfully sculpted brows. Okay, so then I do have a few extra tips for you guys as far as like how to shape your brow. Since I don't have much hair growing like anywhere over here, I don't really have to get them shaped. I just pluck them myself. But when it comes to where your brow begins and ends and blah blah blah, I'm sure you guys have seen these little diagrams before. But you just kind of take it where the bridge of your nose is. Sometimes if you take it on the outside, it can separate your brows far too much. So I like to go basically by the bridge of my nose, which is where mine start. And then you can tell where they should end by taking from like the corner of your, or the end of your nose, the end of your nostril, whatever, to the corner of your eye. Just like that. And then your arch totally depends on how your natural brows are shaped. Some people have flatter brows, some people definitely have a stronger arch. But usually you can take a pencil, a brush, a ruler, whatever you have, and take it from the corner of your nose again and right through the middle of your eye. Just like that. And that's just right about where your arch should be. And then as far as color goes, I would definitely suggest picking a color that is maybe exactly your hair color or a shade or two lighter. Because sometimes when you pick one that is your color or is darker, it can be too much. But again, that totally depends on your preference and your hair color and how you like to do your makeup. Most people don't usually like to do black brows, but for whatever reason, I've actually come to like it. And like I said, my whole brow isn't black. It's really only black until about like right here. And it just fades nicely. If you have like ashy hair, definitely don't grab something that's warm, because then your brows, regardless of whether the actual shade is the same, it'll come across as very weird. So like for me, this powder, or this pomade is actually really, really warm. So if I leave it like that, my brows actually look kind of orangey in comparison to my hair, because my hair is like a jet black. And now I think that's all I have to say for this video, and keep tuned for another video that's probably not going to be here for another couple months. But again, thank you for watching, and comment down below, like, subscribe, whatever you want, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye!
You're seriously the loudest person ever. Sorry. Yeah.